So, a popular social media influencer has been catching some heat this week because she's been accused of conducting some bad business. Yeah, some bad business. Who am I speaking of? No other than the Woo Lady, or Woo Lady TV, as she's known on TikTok. She's from Miami, Florida. She built a following, basically going live on Instagram, very raunchy, very candid, unfiltered live she would do on there, kind of like Cardi B. And then, she kind of grew a bigger following on TikTok. And, she decided to start a skincare business, which a lot of them decide to do once they build a big enough following. According to the internet and according to the streets, people have placed orders back in June and they still ain't received their orders, and it's August. So she's been, seen on TikTok, recently, basically trying to explain, the reason as to why people haven't received their orders. And one of the reasons that she's giving, or the main reason that she's providing to customers, is that the United States Post Office lost the shipment. The United States Post Office. Now, we know the United States Post Office may or may not have lost a shipment or two, a box here, a box there, but we're talking about 300 orders. Yeah, 300 orders. She is telling us, the public, that the United States Post Office is responsible for losing 300 orders that her customers had placed back in June. Let's look at some of the videos of her trying to explain the situation.
Y'all the batch that got lost. That's the crazy thing about it. I had said that yesterday. You're not got to file with USPS. Y'all the batch that got lost. All the threes. Remember I told the chat, all the threes got lost. 3358. Yep, that's the batch that got lost. Because all y'all got tracking numbers. All the threes got lost, so I got to redo the whole threes. It's okay. I can't even be mad. I got a case with the post office. All the threes got lost. Everybody that bird giveaway, I'm doing y'all hoes right now. So I'm going to do y'all order and go curse them out at the post office. So you guys going to come with me, or you guys going to stay? Y'all, and your package. I already emailed like fucking 100 people and let them know, hey, a lot of your package been missing. Okay? If you 3,000 to something, if you, fuck that. If you are July 4th and July 3rd, and I think it's another July 7th, the first week of July, whoever ordered, all y'all package is gone, okay? I done opened the case. I done called the U.S. Post Office, everything. I'm trying my best to ship out everybody. I already shipped out 80 orders, package I was missing, and I refund like 40 of y'all. I really don't give a fuck. I'm not in need for $30. No disrespect. I'm going to say this humble as possible. I get 100 orders per day. If it's not 120 orders on a slow day. So let's do this, right? If you want a refund, bitch, email me. Let's do that. No. Because she in the comments talking to me crazy about $30. So I wipe my ass with that shit.
Now, some people have chimed in that actually work at the post office, and they all say the same thing, like 300 orders don't just go missing or get lost. You know what I'm saying? In transit. That just doesn't happen. You've had reports of people at the post office stealing packages or stealing mail, more so stealing mail. Like we just had the incident with the young lady was stealing some checks or something like that, gift cards or something like that. She was stealing. She worked at the post office. They got her up out of here. But what makes this a little bit more interesting is the fact that after the packages went missing, she pops up at parties with Sexy Red and Bendadon, and she's on flights, you know what I'm saying, in the bathroom, recording herself.
I want the baddest Sexy Red. What's up, get it, Sexy? What's up? We want the richest? Yeah, nobody with y'all. Man, what's up?
Nigga ran cost a Rolex.
If you was on that live and I ate that fish and grits, when I tell you, the plane ain't even board yet. I'm stuck in the toilet right now. I'm stuck in this lolly. I feel like the purple plane, y'all. I swear to God. Yo, I can't even move. Chat.
We need all passengers seated at this time, please.
I can't see.
And any overhead compartments that are open, you need to close them. We need to take any seat that is available near you if you're having difficulty finding your seat.
Now, a few people chimed in the comments of her videos, basically to say, like, listen, hey, I work at the post office. We don't lose 300 orders. Like, we don't lose a shipment that big. We may lose a package, a piece of mail. You've had incidents where other postal workers have stolen mail because they may have had checks in them or money orders or even, gift cards or something like that. We've seen those stories, but a whole 300 orders, yeah, that's a little fishy. Now, I know there's some small businesses that will do this thing where they will take orders in advance, take that money, go to the manufacturer, buy the products wholesale, and then come back, and sell the products to the customer or give the products to the customer because they already got their money. But they always give them like a time frame of when the order, is set to be delivered. I guess she told them a certain time frame. And the thing with that is, as someone who has products of their own, this is one of my hats, and I have like jogger sets and stuff like that. If you want to check it out, make sure you email me or whatever. If you don't, you will get your order on time. You know what I'm saying? There ain't gonna be no shipments being lost with me. You know what I'm saying? And I've got people that have, bought some of my products. But anyways, the problem with taking customers' money and then using that money to go, place your orders with your manufacturer is, depending on how you're getting that order shipped over here to the United States, because let's be real, a lot of times the manufacturers are in China or Pakistan or one of those countries. The problem with that is the way that you may be getting that, package delivered to the United States, it has to go through customs. So if it's going through a boat, which a lot of them are going through these cargo ships, it's going to go through customs. And sometimes there's like a delay at customs. If you're getting it flown via plane, which is more expensive, so a lot of people opt out of that option. You usually get your delivery or your shipment, on time. There's usually not really too many hiccups with that. But when you're getting it shipped, through a cargo ship, it can be held up sometimes at customs. So that may be the case, and she just don't want to be forthcoming and say that's what it is. But it just looks away when people haven't received their orders in 2 months, and you're at these events, jeweled up and flashy and shining. And again, I'm not trying to count the young lady pockets. She could be a very, honest, trustworthy individual to the people that she knows, but it does look away when, somebody ain't received their orders in 2 months and you out here just living it up. And then the excuse that you give is just, it's not the most believable. I'm gonna be honest, but let's read some of the comments that were under some of the videos that she posted. So one comment says, "This is one reason why it's hard for me to support Black businesses, and it's really sad." Another comment says, "Post office ain't gonna lose 300 packages now." Another comment goes on to say, "I worked at the post office, the warehouse. This doesn't happen. If so, file a claim, and all clients are refunded after funds have been sent back to her. Simple. She lied." Another comment says, "People on here just give anybody their money," which is true. Sometimes there's not a real smooth vetting process with people giving money to people online. Another comment says, "Y'all got wooed." Another comment goes on to say, "As Black people, why the F are we bleaching anyway? Y'all lost me there." That's another thing. Me personally, I'm not buying skincare products from someone on the internet that just started a business like 3 to 6 months ago. I'm buying skincare products, things that I'm putting on my skin, from a licensed individual, like a dermatologist. I'm not buying no eye serum or wrinkle creams from someone on the internet. That's just me personally. You know what I mean? But to each his own. Listen, whether or not you believe her or not, we all can agree that this looks crazy. Just the excuse that you gave, because oftentimes when you make an order, they do give you a tracking number. So some people are saying that they didn't have a tracking number. When I ship out my products, a tracking number is attached to it when you make the purchase, so you know how long it's gonna take, where it's at. That's just normal for me. I don't know any business where they don't provide you a tracking number, outside of maybe like even I think even Amazon might give you a tracking number. I could be wrong on that. Y'all could tell me in the comments, but I don't know too many businesses when they shipping things to you that don't provide you a tracking number. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think, man. Do y'all think the Woo lady is finessing? Do y'all think that it could be possible that the post office, the United States Post Office, lost 300 orders, or maybe someone from the post office may have stolen the orders? Y'all let me know in the comments. Again, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate y'all for, checking into the channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that share button. And until next time, man, peace.